I just might be on already. It worked first time. So excited. So happy Wednesday. And my topic today, of course, starting with a W, starting from within. How do we start from within? Well, first of all, how well do you know yourself? Yesterday I talked about optimizing others. So today it's more like optimizing yourself. What are your goals? Again, I'm going to the gains. Your goals, your opportunities, your achievements, your networks, not goals, gains. Gains. So your goals, mixing up goals and gains. Goals for G. A, your achievements. Because when you write down your achievements, wow, you gotta give yourself a pat on the back, because that's how good you are. Sometimes we forget, and we need to remind ourselves of what we have accomplished. And don't tell me you haven't accomplished anything, because I know you have. I mean, you may need to dig deep, but everybody has accomplished something. Hey, you're breathing right now. That's an achievement. Sad to say, but some people didn't make it today, but you did. That by itself is an achievement. So, again, your goals, your achievements, your interests, your networks, and your skills. Yesterday I forgot what S was. I looked it up. Yes, sometimes we forget. So skills. So what are your gains? And I'm part of the I Am Remarkable team, where we go and we encourage people to self-promote, to celebrate their achievements, because many of us have a hard time doing that, where we have a hard time saying, oh yes, I did this, I got this award, or I was recognized for this, or I accomplished a task I was working on, I actually finished it. But we need to give ourselves credit for the things we have accomplished and appreciate, and not be shy about saying what we have accomplished. So I will be having an I Am Remarkable workshop very soon, and then you get to see what this is all about. It was initiated by Google in 2016, and it's all about self-appreciation and self-promotion. Yes, sometimes we need to promote ourselves, because how will people know what you have accomplished if you don't tell them? Sometimes we think, oh yeah, they can say I'm working hard, they know I'm a hard worker, so they can tell that I'm good. Sometimes we need to tell people, because they're thinking about their own things. They're not particularly thinking about you. Sorry to say, I'm going to bust your bubble, but they're not really thinking about you. They have other things on their mind, so you have to bring it up and say, well, I did this, I was responsible for this, and we accomplished this because I put in this effort. Own it. You got to own it. And so don't be shy about talking about your achievements. And then the next thing is your interests. Sometimes it's good to know what your interests are, because when you know your areas of interest, you can highlight that when you're talking to somebody else and thinking, okay, for example, I love to dance. So if I meet somebody who is into dancing, it's like, oh yeah, I do this kind of dance, I love this kind of dance. Or photography is another thing I'm interested in. Or healthy eating is another thing I'm interested in. I met some people who are interested in cooking. It's like, oh, you know what, I do healthy cooking as well. So you just never know. Just remembering those things, so that when they're top of mind, when you're sharing with somebody, you can bring them up and have a way to connect and build rapport. The N is networks. Always good to build on our networks. I have a huge network because I belong to a lot of societies, because I love meeting people. I have lots of interests, and so I belong to lots of societies. And through that, I'm able to build my knowledge, build my skills, build my relationships with other people. And so you can also find from your interest, for example, what networks can you belong to? And if it's for work related, what are some networks that you're interested, that could be of interest to your profession? For example, if you're an HR, maybe join an HR association if you haven't already. Those are just some ideas. So build on your network, and then your skill. What are some skills that you have? How did I forget that yesterday? But I did. So gains, S for skills. What are some of your amazing skills? The thing is, we really need to appreciate ourselves. And so just by writing it down that I'm good at this, for example, I'm a good public speaker. I love to do humor as well. I love making friends. I'm interested in cultures. So some of my skills include speaking, connection. Can you say dancing is a skill? Maybe, yes, it could be a skill. So remember what your skills are and build on them. I'm also an enthusiast, AI enthusiast. I'm not expert level yet. I don't think anybody can really say they're expert level because it's still relatively new for most of us, except those who have been doing computer science for many, many years. They can say they're expert. But for the rest of us, we just jumped on the bandwagon maybe in the last 5 years or so. So, from within you, what are your gains from within you? And that way you can keep it forefront and share with those around you what you're working on, what you're able to contribute, what you're looking for as well, what you'll ask. And that way you can continue to build with those around you from within. All right, I got to run for another meeting, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, aren't you glad I came in early today for a change?